Hey guys, what's going on? I've been a full-time content editor for over 2 months now, so I decided it's time to start investing in some equipment that helps me do my job. A few weeks ago, I invested in an Elgato Stream Deck for my main rig, and it has helped me immensely. But now I'm getting into hardware that is specifically designed for video editors. Today, the first product I got to try out to see if it suits what I'm wanting is the Tourbox Neo. And this is basically an editing controller that integrates directly, at least I think directly, with Premiere Pro and other editing software. And it has a lot of different knobs and buttons and things that hopefully help the workflow. I will say the main thing I want out of a piece of hardware like this is the ability to scrub the timeline really well. So if it can't do that, it might be getting sent back. I actually already have another piece of hardware that is designed to do just that coming up as well. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna unbox this thing, get it set up, but I don't really have a good camera angle to unbox it. I'm too lazy to set one up, so I'm gonna record it with my iPhone. Professional video person here, by the way. So first, let me just get this seal cut so that it's a little easier to do with one hand. It's a really nice box that it came in too. Kind of surprised at how like sleek and nice it is. All right, let's see. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Hey, look at that. We get a quick start guide right off the bat. That will come in handy. Wow, that is a thick quick start guide. How quick is this start really? Then we have safety instructions. Apparently this thing is dangerous. And then we have, oh, it's really small actually. A lot smaller than I thought it was. I thought it was more like this whole size. It is actually very small. It like just fits in my hand. Kind of like something out of like a Pokemon type show. And here it is. Ooh. It is actually really sleek, really small. Kind of smaller than I wanted it to be honest, with how small these wheels are. Show you here. So my hand fits on it pretty well actually, sort of like if it was like designed to play video games or something, like one of those gamepad things. It's like the same size as one of those. But so it has like all kinds of different buttons on it. And then what I'm most interested in is these 3 wheels that it has. Okay, so took me about 15 to 20 minutes to actually get this working. It kind of turned out that I was just an idiot. I did have to reinstall the software. I think it's because I had the Tourbox plugged in before I had the software installed, so I think it kind of messed it up. Let's go ahead and hop into Premiere and see kind of how it does. Few things that I really want to work well are the scroll, which is going to be this dial here, the top left dial. I think this one is set to move the timeline pointer, so that's going to scrub. Move selection page up and page down. I'm not really sure what that does in Premiere. Okay, so that's gonna scroll, and this should zoom in and out. That is really nice. And then this dial moves along the timeline. Maybe I don't think this is that useful of like scrolling on the timeline. So I'm actually gonna immediately see what other options I have here with Premiere. So let's see. So if I rotate it clockwise, I want it to hit L on the keyboard. And then if I rotate it counterclockwise, I want it to hit J on the keyboard. So let's see what that does. Let me try up and down arrow keys for this. Let's try that. So we'll do arrow down for this one, arrow up for this one. Let's try that, because I think maybe that's a better way to get through the timeline a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that a lot. So now when I roll this knob here, it's just gonna move between cuts. And then maybe I could make push down spacebar, and then so then I can like, oh, let me go back to this edit.
The criterion race is basically
cool. Then let's go back.
In about a...
This is pretty sick so far, I'm gonna be honest. So right off the bat, I think this side button probably won't be set to selection tool. Although it's interesting because they kind of market this as a way to stop using the keyboard and kind of use this a lot more. So maybe I will keep it like on these tools for a little bit and see. But because of how much I use keyboard shortcuts for things, I think I'll still mainly use the keyboard and, you know, do stuff like this and use Q, and then still come over here to actually scroll on the timeline. So far, this thing's pretty sick. I definitely will see about maybe changing some of these buttons to some different keys in Premiere, just ones that are maybe a little bit better suited for things that I wouldn't necessarily use the keyboard for. But like I was saying, the main reason I got this and the main reason I want some sort of like hardware to edit is to get things like this where I can like scroll through the timeline. I think I'll probably make like an update video on this thing in about a month or so to kind of updates on how well it works and how I'm using it. But even on the go, this thing is so small that it's easy to throw in a backpack or something too. I can already see myself installing this software on my Mac and copying the same preset over to my Mac and being able to use this when I'm on the go as well. I think even on the go, this is actually maybe even more useful when I'm not at home where I have my Stream Deck and everything like this. Very happy so far with the Tourbox. It is a little bit expensive, but a lot cheaper than something like a loop deck, and so far suits my needs better than a loop deck. Definitely recommend taking a look at the Tourbox if you're looking for some sort of editing hardware. Thank you guys for watching this video. If it helped you out, or if you want to take a look at the Tourbox, there'll be a link in the description. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe down below. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, do the right thing, good vibes only, and never stop creating. Peace.